We have a Sister Wives sneak peek for tomorrow night's episode. I can't find it anywhere. I've heard about it. I couldn't find it. I found it on Mrs. Kickstand's page. So go to her stuff, watch her video. She's great anyway. And then come back if you want and you can hear my opinion on it. So I'd heard about this, about Kody referring to Meri's friends as being female dogs. I don't know if that'll get me demonetized, so I'm going to skip it. And so I finally found it. Well, Mrs. Kicksound found it, and then I found her. And what I saw was that, so Meri's talking about dating, who she wants to date. She says that she doesn't want to date someone younger. She's 53, so she's interested up to 63. Knee-jerk reaction. Oh, that's older. But then I was like, what am I talking about? My sister's like 62, turning 63, and she's an amazing person and doesn't seem old at all. So like, clearly, as someone who's not dating, this is not something I've been thinking about, but I'm like, oh geez, time has really marched on for me. So she seems like she's in a good spot. She seems like wants someone younger. She has her dog Arizona, so I assume we're going to meet Arizona this episode, which I'm genuinely super excited about. Like, a dog. Let's get this episode going. Okay, so then they must have asked Kody, hey, do you have any advice for Meri? And it's clear to me that the Kody who was like, Meri's my favorite ex-wife, and this Kody has seen the season, has seen last season, has specifically seen the watch back and the look backs that Meri did, where Jen was in there. And Jen was telling her opinion about Kody, and Jen was not wrong. In fact, I don't think she went far enough in pointing out things like, well, Robin didn't come and visit you. Kody didn't do this, all of that. So Cody's like angry. He's like, yeah, I wish Meri the best. She needs to ditch these friends she's had, these mean girls. And then he goes on and refers to them all as bitches, and that she needs to ditch them. And this, I know that my knee-jerk reaction should be, how dare he? But I'm like, I don't know. My knee-jerk reaction was, of course. That's so funny. Of course he feels that way. Of course. It's so predictable that the dude is mad that anyone ever calls him on his stuff. Because I'm going to get into this, which is, as much as I want Janelle, Christine, and Meri to have the best life going forward, and all of that, they spent a long time protecting Kody. And that annoyed me to no end. Any long-term show watcher knows the most frustrating thing was to see Kody be a crap all season. And then us would be like, maybe at the tell-all. And then at the tell-all, the wives would be like, oh, you don't understand the strain he's under. That was really my fault. I was acting out. I was being jealous. I was being immature and like a child. Kody did nothing wrong. And we'd be like, oh, I hate this show. And the next season would start again. And I watched every single season, so I remember vividly. But like, that is who Kody is. And that is how he has been trained for the 30 odd years of marriage, by the culture, by the church, by the rules of polygamy. So it doesn't surprise me in the least bit that he sees any criticism as an absolute warfare, and anyone who dares to do it as being an evil person and all that. Obviously, to be clear, she should not ditch her friends. Her friends seem to be the only people who support her and care about her and want the best for her. And that's not a slam on Christine and Janelle. It's just not their job anymore because, they're all estranged, more or less. And I don't know. I'm not going to judge them for that. They went through an awful situation. I'm sure there's a lot of deep hurts in there and all that. So yeah, so like the fact that Cody's like, these are awful women. It's like, that is so funny. That's like up there with the guys who are like, yeah, all my ex-girlfriends are crazy. And you're like, oh, you're a huge red flag. Like, this is a problem. So it doesn't surprise me he said this. It would surprise me if he didn't say it, if he was like, yeah, they have some valid criticism. I'd be like, oh my gosh, who is this man? So anyway, I'm bracing myself for this episode. I am super excited that it looks like we're getting new content. We're getting new stuff. We're moving towards a more Kody critical time. They have now seen in the timeline, it appears that they have seen some of this stuff because Kody is mad. And he has gone from Meri's my favorite ex-wife, we can really get along, to like, I wish her the best, but all of her friends suck and she needs to get over herself. So, yeah.